Hi there, I'm doing wrong, so I'm going to be doing an instructional video on industrial mixers. The mixer we'll be using today is the Vollrath, and the model is MIX1007. Let's get right into it. And so here are our instruments that we'll be using with our mixer. We have the whisk, which is more likely for just typical whisking, or your whipping, or your maybe meringues and just things like that. And then we have our hook, typically for doughs and breads and things like that. And we have our paddle, which is more for heavier ingredients, especially like cookie dough, those chocolate chips or things like that. And then we got our mixing bowl. Before we start, we want to make sure we don't have any cross-contamination, no bacteria from previous users or anything like that. And so we'll have our sanitation agent cloth right here. Let's wring it out. Once it's ready, you just go ahead and wipe it up. But as we're wiping up, of course, we want to make sure the dashboard's nice and clean. And the handle that we'll be using, but definitely want to make sure you're under this area. Here's our splash guard that will be closed while we're mixing. We want to make sure we get the splash guard inside, especially around the shaft where our instruments will hook on. Sometimes things will get in the instruments and get onto the shaft, or even splash up here onto the whole area. And so we want to make sure we get the shaft, the knobs, any bolts, and get a whole guard. And then of course if we had anything splashing out where there's flour from doughs or something, get that nice and good. Okay, so now that we have it clean, ready to go, just to show you for best practice. Now, depending on the kitchen manager or even the user's preference, you may put the mixing bowl on first or last, as to before the instrument or after instrument. For this video, we're going to use the whisk. And so let's open this guard so you can see what it cleared. And so we'll come to the shaft, and here's a little knob on here. And then we have a little notch in here. We want the shaft to go in the middle and the knob to go on the side with this notch. So let's go ahead and line it up, and it'll slide up. Sometimes it sticks a little bit, and then we'll push up and twist, and it'll lock into place. And once we have it slid into place, we just want to wiggle it real good, and you'll feel it nice and firm locked in there. And so then we'll go ahead and get this bowl. As you can see, there is a big knot right on the back in the middle. That aligns with this hole, this notch right here in the back middle. So we'll go ahead and grab our handles, go to the bowl, slide it nicely under that whisk and around, and then align this knob into that hole. And slide into place, and then these knobs will so easily slide into their holes. And now, the mixer does have its own little instrumental safety precautions to protect the user. It will not turn on until this guard is closed. However, obviously, we need to have the bowl in place. So we use this handle, pull it up, and you'll feel it and hear it lock. And that's where you'll be good to go. And then you can add your ingredients, whether it's through this sort of shaft right here. As you can see, there's a hole. If it's too small for some reason, you just go ahead and open up the guard and pour it in here, and you can use any other instruments or extensions to slide it right in. So close the guard, you hear 2 or 3 clicks, and it'll light up and be ready to be turned on. Right now it says off. Here's the on and off button. Click it on, click it off. And it has 5 speeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for these speeds, we can, if you're not sure what it is for or which one's which, you can go ahead and grab your owner's manual. If you need to, you can contact the manufacturer. If you don't have one, we lost it, misplaced it, things like that. Just like 2 or 3 pages in, you'll find the operating manual for the mixer. Right here it says G for the speeds. So then we'll go down to G down here for speed numbers, and go down right here, there's speed 1 through 5. So obviously, as you can see, speed 1 will be for slow mixing and mashing, kneading dough and things like that. 2 will be for more of those cookie doughs and batters and things like that. 3 is more for just more regular beating, maybe even faster whipping. And 4 and 5 is more for egg whites, and there's heavy whipping creams and things like that. And so we'll just put our menu to the side. And then when there's maybe circumstances where you step away temporarily, where it's to get more ingredients, or another user or someone else in the kitchen might need help. That's where our timer comes in handy. So to start the timer, you'll have it in off mode, and you'll click up, and you'll go to the number you want. For this example, we'll quickly go to 3, and then you click on. And it'll automatically start, and you'll start the 3 minutes. And then you can change the speed to what you want to keep it at, speed 3 for 3 minutes, and you'll just go until it's done, and then it'll stop. If you change your mind and you don't want the timer, or you do want to change the minutes, you'll have to stop it, and then change the minutes. Or if you want off, you just have to go all the way down until it says off. And then you can go from there. And then when you're done, just slide up, open the guard, roll the bowl, and then we want to make sure our instrument does not fall into our recipe, into a thing which we just made. So we'll lift up, we'll twist, and it'll fall down. You just hold on to it to make sure it doesn't fall into your recipe. Lift up the bowl just slightly and pull it out. Easy as that. And so we'll put that down. The hand bowl will need to be hand washed, especially with the instruments as well. They need to be hand washed. And then again, make sure we clean the mixer. It's just all nice and prepared for the next go around, and you should be good from there. Thank you for watching this instructional video. Hopefully it is very useful for you, and have a great day.